Okay, this is our circuit diagram for our automated temperature regulating system. Now here, this is where we put our AC here. These things you see here, this is N. If we N, this is a neutral. Then this one is what? The live. And it will be now, the power will be now connected here to this, where this one is going to convert it to a 12 volts, and this one also, this one will be connected to the what? To the ground. Now here, this book converter is where you are going to get what? Our 5 volts, which is this one here. Now here we have achieved our what? Our 12 volts here. This is where we shall get also our what? Our fuse also will be here. You see this stuff here. This is where our AC is. Now the AC will be converted to what? To DC. Now when you convert to DC, now you see here positive V out and negative what? V out. Now negative V out will be connected to the ground. Now from here, this is our book converter. This one converts to what? To the 5 volts, which is this one here. Because in our circuit diagram we are going to use the 12 volts and the 5 volts for our components. Only the heater here, only the heater is the one which is going to use the AC, the direct power. But other components, that's why you have this converter here, converting to 5, and this one will be what? This one will be 12 volts. Now from here, this is our supply. After supplying, you go to what? To the fan. This is our fan. And this one is a transistor. Now the fan will be supplied with what? With 12 volts. Will be supplied with the 12 volts. Then emitter will be connected to the ground. Have a look here. Emitter will be connected to the ground up to here, to the ground. Then this here, this is our temperature sensor. The temperature sensor uses 5 volts as the what? The temperature sensor uses 5 volts. And also here, this end, the ground also connected to the ground. Then the output, because it gets its input from the what? Input from the 5 volts. 5 volts is our input. Then the output will be connected to the what? The output of the sensor, because the sensor will now be inputting to the what? The controller here, which is the ESP32. And also this is our fan, will be connected to the what? To the ground first of all, to the transistor. The transistor is here, is acting as a switch. Mark you, the transistor is acting as what? A switch here. We connected through the what? Through this resistor. Because you know the resistor is what? For current purpose, to reduce the current which is to the what? So that it doesn't destroy our what? Our control system. Now here also here, the capacitor here in the fan is to do what? To regulate the current. You know the capacitor always gives out the smooth what? Smooth output here to regulate the current. Now here we come here. This is a display system here. I hope you are seeing here. This is our what? Our display system. This the first part is connected to what? The ground. Then it receives the power, which is 5 volts. Hope you are getting. Then the pin 1 and pin 2 all are connected to the what? Are connected to our control system. And our system also is supplied by what? By 5 volts. The control system here is supplied by what? By 5 volts. Now there are some components in the system which uses 0 volts. For our system, it has that integration which converts the 5 to 3. There's no need of feeding them with what? 3 volts, creating from here, that getting a 3 volts. Here you have the system, the integration here, which converts the 5 volts to the what? To 3 volts. Hope you get it. You see this one here, 3.3 volts. We have that integration in the system which converts it to 8. Hope you understand that one. Now here we come here. I wrote you here. This is what our heater. Our heater gets power direct from the what? From the supply. And it's also connected to the what? To the transfer acts as a switch. Now our heater will be supplied by what? It will be supplied by this live. It will be having live. Now here, this is where the Arduino, our control system will be acting now. It keeps on switching. You see this one, it switches this from this is 3 to 4, switches to 3 to 4. When it's to hit, it will switch to what? To 4. Meaning our system will be having a neutral already. The heater will be having a neutral. Now it will be waiting for Arduino or our control system to switch on the what? To switch on to the what? To the live. When the live is switched on, the heater will come on now. When the threshold, like when the desired temperature is reached, it will switch on back the what? The live back to what? To 4. But when it wants to hit, it will take this switch to what? The switch will go to 0.3. Hope that one is clear. This one is like our switch, keeps on switching from here to this, from this to this, isn't it? Still this one is our what? Our transistors, and this one, these things are like to regulate the current within here, so that there's no current which overlaps to the what? To the system, which might cause the damage. Our diode here, it is to prevent what? The backflow of current. Like if current flows from here to here, it should not come back. Like they allow current to flow in what? In one direction. Same case here also. For this case, our pump is supplied by 12 volts. Here will be supplied by what? By the 12 volts. Here still, it will be having what? It will be having a neutral. It will be supplied with a neutral already. And our neutral, which is what? Which is a grounded. It will be grounded here. All of them are grounded to one point. Be supplied by a neutral. Then waiting for the command from the what? From the control system. When it's time to do what? To pump, it will just come and switch here to this point and start what? Pumping. Now here, this is still our capacitors, transistor. You know the work of the transistor, the capacitor, the resistors. Now this is our GSM mode. This one will be connected and be supplied by what? By the 5 volts. Most of the components are supplied by what? By the 5 volts. They will be supplied by the 5 volts and connected to what? To the emitter, and emitter to the ground. Through the common to the emitter to the ground. Then the pin pin 4, pin 5, connected to the control system. This one sends the commands to the what? The control. Two pins are going to what? To the control system, because it will be a two-way. When you look at our block diagram, it's very clearly indicated from there. Like there's a command which comes from the system, and there's a one which goes from the GMS back to the what? The system. And that is it. So I need us to understand this stuff very well, have time to pass through and understand it. These are indicators. The bulbs, the blue and green, indicate when the system is on, when it's connected to Wi-Fi, when the heater is on, when there's an alarm, like there's alert like that. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Have a blessed night.